It's really scary that demo day is so close. We're sort of prepared, and we have about 28 days to be more prepared. Definitely a big highlight was getting to talk to a lot of major solar companies. I've spoken to, people who have 10 employees and people who have thousands of employees. So just understanding what different solar companies need based on how big they are and their focus, whether that's residential or commercial, has been really helpful.
This week we've been focusing on some UI technologies to bring user interface into the application so that users can interact with the models and manipulate them the way that they need to for their purposes to reach their goals. One of our mentors uses this sort of technology for utility inspection, mainly on power lines and the vegetation growth within the power line area. And so if he can manipulate the models to see that vegetation as opposed to looking at a house, then he sees value in the tool as well.
We released an update on Monday, and the very next day on Tuesday, our emoji usage went up 300%. In order to get emoji really viral, the key to our success is a twofold equation: having the right content that people want, and also having elegant design. Our content strategy is making things that are just hysterical and funny, but that can be used outside of that specific context. So yeah, stay tuned.
I got a couple of those things taken care of, which allows us to pull emojis from the server, and then that way we can display them. New ones are coming out for sort of events or whatever. We just have a new package. We can just send them right out to users. The main feature right now will be that as they use emojis, it'll reorganize them based on their usage of them. So it's just like your most used ones will display at the top.
So we were supposed to launch on Monday. That didn't necessarily happen. We just weren't comfortable with where we were. The site was pretty much done at that point, but we wanted to make sure that we were thoroughly testing it before we really get it out there. So we decided to do more of a private beta where we would test it ourselves. We would have a few people that we know test it, and so we did sort of release it on Monday, but it was more of a private test.
Most of it's in place. I really just have to go over a lot of things. There are one or two things I need to fix, one or two people I need to run down and hassle for APIs, but I'm hopeful that it's gonna work out. I'm trying to focus mainly on the code. We do need to finish out the website. We need to put in some of the text and all that stuff, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm really just worried about going over and making sure that there's no way any of this can break down.
We started to see our first conversions from Google searches, so now we know that people are finding us on Google, they're finding us on Reddit, they're finding us on Facebook through our outreach to college clubs, and so every week we're seeing people from all over the US and Canada getting on our platform, identifying as college students, and that led us to push up our soft rollout for our college champion program. We're at the precipice of this crazy expansion, and we're kind of teetering on it as we just check those last few boxes to make sure that we're ready for it.
I track my sleep on my Fitbit, and ever since we started this program, it kind of is, my sleep cycle has changed drastically, and last week it was 5 hours, and this week the average is 4 hours, so it's going down by 1 hour every week. We changed a lot. We changed the product, we pivoted a little, but we changed our strategies too here and there, but yeah, it's all part of the game, I guess. I'm confident about the product. I'm confident about whatever is in hope of the SmartyPans.
So there's a local prototyping shop here in Syracuse. They invited us. They were willing to help us out. We met them during the dolphin tank. They were really excited about the project, and they just wanted to pitch in and help us. So I went to their shop yesterday, and they are willing to build these dummy prototypes for us, which will look as good as the final version.